Hey, welcome to Men on Scandal. I'm Tony Scott in St. Louis. In New York City is Mark Clark. In Washington, D.C. is Troy Johnson. And we're here to review the latest episode of Scandal that's called Gladiators Don't Run.
With a disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah, this is going to be ugly. Parental discretion is advised.
Warning. Violence ahead.
That was crazy, but it was what it was. We begin with Abby, who's at the park across from the White House. What's that called? The mall or something? What is that?
National Mall.
National Mall. She's supposed to be meeting Olivia. And, of course, obviously Olivia's a no-show. And so Abby goes to Olivia's apartment, and she sees the mess. She sees the spilled wine glass that's still on the couch. She sees the
That'll never come out. That's
never going to come. She's been sitting there forever, man. You know? So, I mean, you're not going to be able to shout it. You're going to have to cuss it out.
Oh, Tony.
Mark gave me the college intellectual laugh, man. What was that, man?
Yeah, Tony, you went there this early, Tony? Okay.
Hey, danger ahead.
Anyway, Abby goes to OPA, and she wants to know where Olivia is. Where's Olivia? Why didn't y'all tell me she's missing? What's going on? What happened? And Huck tells her, you know what? You ain't a gladiator no more.
Damn.
He shut her down. You ain't a gladiator no more. You work for them. You over there. Man.
Love don't live here anymore.
There's no part-time gladiators. There's no gladiators emeritus. There's nothing like that. You are a gladiator or you're not.
Damn, man. At least the homeless guy got a grande latte.
He did get a big cup, didn't he?
And he did not want that, by the way.
You don't think he wanted it, man?
Hell no, he didn't want that, man.
When I got a job in San Francisco one time, and I was leaving the hotel, I was still living in the hotel until I found a place to live, and this lady asked me, she says, excuse me, sir, do you have a quarter? And I gave her a quarter, and she looked at me, she goes, never mind. I was like, you asked me for a quarter. Like, what the
She aimed low. She should ask me for money.
Tell me what you... She said, can I have a quarter? I was like, yeah. I gave her a quarter, and she just looked at it, and she was like, never mind.
You know, Tony unfurled a stack, too, to get to the quarter. Here it is, right in the middle.
And then in St. Louis, in front of the condo I used to live in, a guy stops me. I'm going in the front. I never go in the front door. I always parked in the garage in the back. I went in the front door for whatever reason, and a guy stops me, and he says, excuse me, sir, you have $1? I said, yeah, I got $1. So I reached in my pocket, I pulled out, I got a 5 and a 1. And he goes, I can show you that 5. I said, man, go to hell. And I just took the money. I said, man, you ain't getting no $5. You asked for $1, give me $1. Nah, man. Anyway.
Woo.
Cyrus goes to Fitz and says, with an executive order that terminates the entire Secret Service, the whole detail, just done, fired, and it's going to be the Navy SEALs that will protect the president. Aha!
Cyrus was high when he wrote these up.
And Fitz decides he wants in on the bidding for Olivia because it's kind of a closed bid, and you got to know exactly where you're going to get it. And they say, you know, well, we can't outbid these drug cartels. And he says, who's got more money than the USA? And they start naming off countries: Japan to us, China to us.
That was a dose of reality.
Yeah,
right?
that was.
That was true.
They're like the Koch brothers.
You know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Oprah.
I know for our money.
I had the wrong slant on this because last week I said, that Fitz would try to get in on the bidding. I thought he would go to his bank. He's like, damn that. Let's call Fort Knox, see what we got up in there.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Are we to believe the sister is the head of the CIA, by the way?
She could have been defense secretary or
the sister
CIA.
with the wig on.
Hey, man.
The wig on. And
every black woman on ABC wears a wig. This ain't nothing new. Come on, man. Haven't you been watching?
Carol Simpson's like, what's the big deal? I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't be head of technology, the CIA, and have an old school wig on.
Well,
she had a 1986 wig on. She didn't have the new model like Mama Pope wears.
She had on Peggy's wig from Mannix, man.
Yeah. She was rocking a Diane Carroll.
Yeah. Julia. She had Julia's wig on, man.
I don't know, man. The Mannix probably.
That's strong, yeah.
Damn, man, that's a good
I
one.
can't outdo Tony when we're talking to 70s television.
If you're talking about old TV, we were just Troy and I were talking about old TV shows before we went on today. So the vice president calls in to check in on his project. He calls what was that, Ian?
Yes.
And he checks in and see what's going on, and then Ian tells him the game has changed, man. You're out. I've cut you out, dude. It's a wrap. Because Ian's decided to take Olivia's advice and put her up for bid. So the bidding is going on, and it's not like bidforolivia.com. I mean, like I said, you have to really know it's the dark side of the net.
Which really exists.
Yeah, Troy and I talked about that one time, the dark side. Have you ever been to the dark side of the net, guys?
I tried to get in on it. You know, there's like a sub-internet and, you know, all kinds of, you know, people buy drugs. And you probably could buy a missile or, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I think it's so vast that it's probably hard to really get to it.
Do you think the dark side of the net is bigger than the regular internet?
Oh, I'm sure it's, well, I don't know.
One night I was drunk and I was on YouPorn and I think I went there. I hit the topic was like midgets and horses, so I think I was the dark side. The dark side of the net. I think
Man.
It was accident though.
Man, I don't know how to get to the dark side of the net. I don't want to know how to get to the dark side of the net. I'm fine with the regular net. I'm not trying to make my life more complicated. Because I just figure if you go to the dark side of the net, they'll track you.
Well, that's the reason why it works, at least from what I've read and understanding it, is your IP address is masked. Yeah. So you really are untraceable, which is why it makes it easy for folks to, but there are actual browsers, and I'm no tech person. Tony's the tech guy.
But I know nothing about it, man.
But from what I understand, you know, there are portals, and then your IP address is masked when you're in there doing whatever you do. So
Gotcha.
There you go.
All right.
That's a lot of information, Troy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
He is a reporter. He is a news guy, though. So
you know, I try to find out what's going on.
So Ian is explaining to Olivia what exactly is going to happen, the particulars of how he set it up when Gus shoots Ian in the back of the head.
Damn.
He just dropped him, man. Dropped him like right there. Blood all over Olivia's face and her clothes and all that stuff like that. Can you imagine having someone's blood like that? Just a violent act results in you being covered in their blood?
No.
That would just freak me out. No.
All up in Tony's pretty white hair. Ew, it was the first time Tony ever did a girlish move. Ew, it's in my hair.
So Gus,
Tony's manhood just left.
Gus tells Olivia that Ian was gay. He says Ian wasn't into the ladies. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I don't know.
He's telling her this as he's rubbing his fingers on Olivia's lips.
You got a little something on your face there. It's brain matter.
but I had to rewind it because I didn't hear anything he said because they had her lips up on TV that close. She's got great lips.
Yeah,
that's some nice lips.
Yeah. And she tells him, put anything close to my mouth and I might bite it off. Now, you know.
I had to go to the fridge on that one. What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. That was...
And her hair was kind of across her face with blood and brain matter, but still, it was hot. It was kind of hot.
Those lips, man. Those lips.
I'm lonely here in New York.
You're lonely in New York. I understand, man.
Hey.
So Cyrus has the letter of resignation he's prepared for the vice president, and it gives to the reason for resignation is a health reason. Health reasons is why he's going to resign, but the vice president refuses to resign, and they go back and forth. But the vice president's parting words are, "Going to war for your side piece makes you a criminal."
That's right.
I didn't even know they use words like side piece.
Side piece war.
Side piece. Where'd you get that one from?
I remember I served. It was the Great War of 2015, the Side Piece War.
The Side Piece War, yes.
Damn.
So we're back with Huck. Huck cannot find the auction anywhere. And apparently you have to be an international terrorist to know where to go. Mm-hmm. So the idea comes up where Quinn, Huck, and Jake go to visit Mama Pope. And when that first happened, I was thinking, okay, so anybody can go visit Mama Pope? Anybody can just walk down the street and go, yeah. I mean, but it was through David Rosen. And Maya says, if I'm going to help you, then you got to help me. I want to get out of here. And David's like, no. And they go back and forth. And then Quinn says, how about a television? You want a TV? Cable? David says, basic cable. So she gets a 50-inch TV that's going to be on the wall behind the outside of her cell. She has to watch it through the bars, but it's still TV so she can watch her baby. Mm-hmm. That's what her mouth say. So where are we here? Let's see. Cyrus.
I thought.
Go ahead, man.
I thought they're gonna throw in some Popeye's chicken. That's always good. Popeye's chicken.
I mean,
all right, let me try that.
This was a lesson on the art of negotiation.
Yeah.
You know, David stood firm on his move. She started out outrageous.
Yeah. I want to be free.
Let me walk out.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay. Can I talk to somebody? Can somebody visit me? No. Can I walk outside? No.
No.
Can I watch some TV? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Can I get some 4-ply? No, you can't have 4-ply.
With basic cable.
Basic cable.
Damn, you get basic cable.
You don't even need a standard definition, right? She don't even get HD.
Oh man, you get the regular box.
Man. So Cyrus walks into Liz's office while she's shredding papers. This woman, Huck, has freaked her. I guess who wouldn't be freaked out by Huck after what he did to her back?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? And he tells Liz, you're going to testify against your boyfriend, and you're going to be my bitch until the end of time. I was like, well, there you go. I was like, Cyrus is the only person
that
who
needs to
could
be
get
on
away.
a T-shirt. Right?
You'll be my bitch.
You're my bitch till the end of time. And wear it. You got to wear that every day.
Yeah, man. Maya says Gustavo Pineda is the guy who can help them. This is what Mama Pope says. He's Guatemala's biggest drug dealer. But then Maya kind of changed it up, didn't she? Because that dude was not Gustavo. That was one of his boys. Right. And so they think that they're buying cocaine from Huck. Because Huck gets out the car and goes into the building by himself because Mama Pope tells Jake, you're a little white boy, they're going to know who you are. You got to send in Huck, right?
Send that pit bull in.
Huck goes at it alone. This is where the disclaimer at the beginning of the show goes into play. But we'll get to that in a second, man. Andrew.
But wait a minute. Look at Mama Pope with a caper.
Yeah.
Now, she's been in the hole. No television, no nothing. She comes up with an operative.
Yep.
And then, but you got to kill these guys as a test.
Right.
To see if I give you some information.
Right.
And play along with you.
Yep. What else was she going to do? She had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know, she got nothing to lose.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, back at the Oval Office, Andrew sees Cyrus pull Liz into a meeting, the vice president, and then he goes to see Mellie to see if she knows anything. And Mellie says, baby, you lost. You lost. You need to wrap it up. You've lost. But then Andrew threatens to tell the world about their relationship, which, you know, he obviously knows that Mellie has bigger plans of being the first lady. And she tells him that Fitz chose you because he thought you'd be loyal. And the vice president says probably the same reason why he chose you. I was like, well, okay.
Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, but I had a baby by his dad, though.
Top that.
Booyah!
Andrew.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Andrew this desperate times call for desperate measures. So he tells, you know, Mellie, I'm telling.
Right.
He told Cyrus, if I go to jail, he turned into Oprah. You go to jail. You go to jail. You go to jail. I mean, it's like, but I mean, this is it.
Yeah.
If none of this stuff works, then he's done.
David apparently didn't want to give Maya any kind of deal because David told Mama Pope, if anyone finds out that you got a 50-inch TV and a flat screen and cable, I'll make your life a living hell. How would they not find out? The TV's going to be on the wall outside the jail cell, right in front of her cell. How is no one going to find out?
And she was like, my life is a living hell. Do you see my head? You see this? That's all I got. This is my move right here. I can't even scratch my nose.
She said, look, nobody's going to find out because I know this cable is bootleg.
Yeah. Yeah. Jake says that Huck's been in there too long in that building where these drug dealers were. So he's going in, man. He's going in.
All right.
You know, and when he gets there, he looks around. It's like, OMG. Huck has filleted like 4 or 5 of them, man. He just filleted the hell out of all of them.
He was still working. He wasn't even done. Everybody was on the floor dead.
And that one guy.
Got one guy posted up against the wall.
And when he turns around and sees Jake, he's got that little look on his face. Do you ever see that commercial where those parents have to take a sick day and they're telling their kids, and their little kids got this look on their face like, what? He's got that look. And it's like, wow. That's Huck's world, though, man.
That's a hell of a world. It's a hell of a world to be in.
What's funny is Jake tries to make a judgment on him, but they're all killers.
Yeah, they're all killers.
Yeah, let me see that saw. You got. He's an animal.
He called him an animal.
You got a bag of heads in your hand. He's animal? Damn.
Gustavo's going to want proof. And so they're going to have to take their heads as bounty. And that's when Jake says he'll do it. And that's what Mark was referring to. Is like the guy took a, on one side he's calling, thinking that Huck's an animal. On the other hand, he's
taking a machete.
Man, he was sawing too, wasn't he?
Yes.
Man.
That's why you never see the end of that ISIS video.
Yeah, thank God. That's true.
The gristle gets you.
Olivia tells the 2 younger ones that they don't belong here. The 2 younger ones that are part of this whole auction thing. You don't deserve what's going to happen to you. Now, she's starting to get in their heads, at least one of them. And she says, look at who wants me, what they're willing to pay. That is how powerful I am.
Can we get an episode without an Olivia Pope speech? She's one speech away from being an NCAA head coach.
But that's what she does, though, Troy. That's what she does.
But they're not. But every time lately, they're not working.
Well,
the speech is not working.
Olivia vows to help.
Ask Ian.
Olivia vows to help and protect them, and they turn her down.
Yes.
When she was telling them, you probably wanted this, that, and the other growing up, and one of them says, I didn't want that.
I don't want that.
I didn't want that. I'm sorry.
I just wanted $5. That's all.
Abby, back in the Oval, is briefing the president, but can't focus because she's thinking of Olivia. And she still doesn't know. And so Fitz tells her what happened to Olivia. So Abby's mad. She goes to David Rosen for not telling her Olivia's missing. And basically, he shut her down. He says, you ain't have the right to know? Do you hold this position? Do you hold that position? Are you this? Are you tied into this? Is it necessary for you to know this? No. No. No, it's not. Sit down. He shut her down, man.
She had nothing. And you know what else? You're not her best friend, okay?
Right.
She kept talking about how Olivia was her best friend.
She said that's not my best friend, my only friend.
Yeah, your only friend.
Damn.
She's not your only friend.
No.
And you're not her best friend.
Right. You're not either one. You're 0 for 2 there, honey. So.
Yes.
So I tell you what, I've never seen a first couple, spend more time on that damn balcony at the White House than Fitz and Mellie do. I mean, they've turned that into like a true spot at the White House. And I thought it was only, I never knew there was actually a floor there to stand on because I never saw.
Well, that's where everybody's trying to break through the gate to get there, man.
Yeah,
that's the most chill place in the world.
Yep.
It's a great view.
So Mellie tells Fitz, we sleep better when Olivia's lying between us.
Damn.
That's a nice visual.
and she says, we're going to have to let Andrew walk. And Fitz says, nah, man, that ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen, And Olivia says, the world will forgive a man's infidelities, but they won't forgive a woman's infidelities. Which I thought, that is so true. That is so true, though. That's so true, though.
Yeah.
That is so true. We will forgive a man cheating on his wife, Bill Clinton, it goes on and on and on. But if a woman does it, she's a whore for life.
And Mellie even added the phrase that when you hear a woman say, your ears perk up, she said, thanks. And they won't forget about it. I was like, oh, you're right.
What? You say it again?
Your audio cut out.
Yeah. She's talking about how she spread her legs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When a woman spreads her legs, all the guys are like, huh? What happened? Like when men hear spread her legs, we always get our attention, and then old women always use that phrase when talking about a young woman doing something. If you didn't spread your legs, you wouldn't have these problems. But it sounds so harsh when an old woman says, "Oh."
You're right.
But older women like to use different phrases though, like the pocketbook and all that stuff like that. They always get creative with the phrase, man.
But it sounds like an item, Mellie's leg spread. Like you could buy it in the store or something.
It's very good. It's very good on rye.
Oh man.
Here it is right here. Yep. Sure is.
Oh man. Available
in a 6-pack.
Go online for a free coupon. Mellie asked Fitz.
All natural, by the way.
Mellie asked Fitz, what do you want more than anything in the world? And Fitz says, Jerry. And then Mellie says, what do you want that you can actually have? And he says, live, home, and safe. Mm-hmm. So Mellie says, ask me what I want that feels possible. And so he asked her, and she says she wants to be president of the United States.
That was a shocker.
And Fitz says, so Andrew walks then. Because he knows that there's no way she can be president if it gets out that she cheated on him.
With the leg spread.
With the leg spread, yes. Well,
and when he said Jerry, even she was like, come on.
Stop playing. Right.
Quit playing. I feel you in theory, but right.
Yeah.
What? That was a typical man too. What? Give me a break, man. You're trying to represent, but we don't believe it.
So
I'm glad she finally said it though. Thank God.
Yeah.
Remember this is smelly Mel.
Yeah.
She's walking around in a funk and not really claiming whatever it is that she wanted in her life.
Right.
I mean, you knew early on she's diabolical enough and smart enough to do whatever she wanted to do.
But it was that old woman who came to visit, that old first lady who really opened her eyes up to the possibilities of being president.
Right.
So Quinn and Jake are talking about what Huck did. And Quinn says he'll be fine. He'll come back. He'll be fine. And Jake's like, nah, you didn't see what I saw. And she was like, he'll be fine. That's just Huck. Huck steps out and then he comes back in.
I did see.
Yeah.
Have you seen my dental bill? I know exactly.
I know.
I'm down 5 chiclets good as this dude.
I know firsthand. Right? So Huck gets back on the computer. He gets in as Marie Wallace, to get in on the bidding for Olivia. Current bidding is $1.1 billion.
And Tony, we got to go back.
I was just going to say, I wrote it down, and we do have to go back because when they were talking about the money.
How they're going to be able to play, right?
Yeah. Well, Huck kept saying earlier, I got money, and Quinn and Jake were like basically ignoring him until he just finally said, I got money. I got $2,487,038.
Damn.
Where did he get $2 billion? That's what I would want to know if I'm Quinn and Jake. I can think Jake already knew, though, right? It was one of those.
Yeah, when they shut down
the B613 thing.
Yeah. And that's why his wife was really pissed at him. Do you see where we live? We got $2 billion.
That's not a bad creep.
Damn you! Video games.
Yeah.
You sitting on $2 billion.
Wow.
$2 billion?
$2,487,038.
We know Huck is not moved by money.
No.
But a new chainsaw, though. And a Ginsu knife. He's with you.
Yep. But the auction has been suspended. Why has it been suspended? We'll find out in a second. Cyrus goes to wake the president, and Mellie says, let him sleep. We had a little bit too much to drink. Let him sleep. And then she sees the red folder, and she says, Fitz, you got to get up. that red folder. You got to get up. You got to get up, man. Something's up. You got to wake up.
Yeah, and the Mellie come out of the bathroom, had that robe on. What's going on?
I was like, what? What the hell? They had a moment?
That little conversation, sometimes in marriage, it opens you up when you start talking that just so real honesty, you know.
Yeah.
Live in our bedroom and this and that. And next thing you know.
I want you to know what it feels like to be president. There you go.
He was defensive. Leave him alone. Let him rest.
Yeah. Until she saw the red folder.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, was that an education for us? I wasn't aware of the red folder. Troy, you're Mr. Inside. Is that the red folder, the president's? Is that a message?
I think it just looked official for the show.
Okay, got you.
They weren't like, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. Wake the president.
It wasn't the blue folder, the green folder, the yellow folder. It was the red folder. Wake them up. Gus wakes up Olivia and tells her that she's been sold to Iran.
Damn.
He suspended. he basically suspended it, right? And he cut a deal outside the auction. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, it seems like their bid. They bid $1 billion, right?
It was up. It was when the auction was suspended. The bidding was at 1.1 billion. I don't know if that was Iran because the auction wasn't over. They said it was suspended.
Well, and it seems like Huck's bid didn't go through, or they didn't get confirmation.
No.
So they got played in terms of after all that work, it didn't work out.
Well, it took too long.
They took too long.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I don't think their bid officially registered.
No, it didn't register. I don't think they even. No, it never went through.
Yeah. So
guys, everybody knows in terrorist martyr bidding that when you place a bid after a certain time, it's not. Oh, I'm sorry. Right.
It's like the eBay thing, man. You got sniped. Man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the terrorist bid syndicate the rules are different.
Right.
Must be.
Right. So we're in the situation room when Fitz finds out about the Iran thing, Olivia being sold to Iran, and he tells his team his team tells him that they have to neutralize Olivia. In other words, they have to kill her because she knows too much. Mm-hmm. And if Iran has her, she knows too much, and we can't let that happen. We have to kill her. And of course, he's like, absolutely no.
Girl, your wig is too tight. We're not killing her.
I don't give a damn what's going on in this Marla Gibbs wig. You are not going to kill Olivia.
This is the episode, Where's the Black Lady's Wig? But back at OPA, Huck is with Quinn and Jake, and he breaks down what's going to happen to Olivia to the point where it was getting kind of gross. And Quinn was like, shut up. I mean, he was really laying on the line what was getting ready to happen to Olivia in the hands of the Iranians.
Or was he? I think he was still all built up from what he just got done doing.
I don't know, man. I mean
he seemed like he was obviously was still hyper. He was animated. He just got, like you said, he just got done filleting 4 people. So,
yeah.
It's probably going to have a little carryover in the rest of your workday.
Now, what I want to know are the Iranian fans of Scandal sitting there, Grandpa from Iran, just watching the show and say, "Oh, there you go." Every time you got a terrorist killer nation, they throw Iran up.
But you know what?
Tea.
Give me some more tea. But they did.
Where's the T-boy? Where is the T-boy? Where's the T-boy? So I can finish watching this damn show.
Bring me tea and hookah. They did throw out. They did throw out North Korea. I mean, they did put the names of those countries.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Ahmadinejad, push the button on that one. We'd pay $1 billion.
Yep. So in a moment of reflection, Fitz tells Cyrus that he's killed so many mother sons trying to get Olivia back. Because apparently Mellie meets every plane that comes back with U.S. soldiers' bodies. And he didn't even know that. But she's been doing that all along. Why? Because she's setting herself up to be president.
Right.
Right?
And he didn't know because he was too busy in the shower with Olivia.
That's it, right there.
And the only problem about that is that if we found out we lost our sons or daughters because the president was getting some on the side chick, I want to kick somebody in the butt. I'm sorry. What? It's not a real war.
34 people dead because of a side piece war.
Oh,
Well.
hell no.
Well. So the show ends with Olivia being turned over to the winner, the Iranians, who won the bidding for her.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I got this feeling it wasn't the Iranians. I got the feeling it was Eli Pope. I don't know. Masquerading as Iranians. I was like, because you know what? She just kind of like had this look on her face like, yeah, all right.
Daddy?
You know, it wasn't like, oh my God, this is real or anything. It was like, yeah. You know, and I just get the feeling that it wasn't Iran. It's Eli Pope.
Right.
Call me crazy.
Well, Tony,
because we haven't seen him the whole second half of this season yet. So.
And Tony, you expressed concern about the storyline. Does this help you any, or are you still in kind of a funk? You seem to be in a funk the last time. You're kind of like, yeah, you weren't really feeling it.
No, this episode moved really fast, and the warning at the beginning about the violence, it lived up to that. And we didn't even get to see the killing, but we saw the aftermath of what Huck did. That was a lot of carnage right there, man.
So you're back in? I'm saying you're back in, man.
Oh, I'm back in. Yeah.
Is that all you needed?
That's all I needed was a Huck massacre. Yes.
Well, because I was watching it, and I thought of you, Tony, because I was kind of, I wasn't as in a funk as you were about the storylines and Olivia, but I just think you're hanging a lot on Olivia. Like, that's a lot. People dying. I mean, it's like for one person.
But it is a lot.
Right. So it's a lot.
But she sells it as, she is convinced that she is that much of an asset.
Well, she has to, though.
That's what she told them. I mean,
she is. But I think we have to ask ourselves, as the fans, man, do we love her that much to believe all this hype? Because I think there was a time on the show where you were riding with Olivia a lot. But she kind of, like you said to her, one too many speech, and you're like, okay.
But you know what? I think the speech she gave today to those two younger guys, telling them, this is not what you want. I think it was a speech, but it was more of a desperate plea. Like, if I don't get these guys on my side, I'm toast.
Yeah, and they have been that. She's convincing others, right?
Yeah,
she's in peril,
it's like a self-survival kind of thing. It wasn't like a lecture kind of thing. It was like, I need to make this point because my life is, on the line.
Yes.
But we're doing post-analysis. When you hear her doing it, though, it was like the way they answered. They were like, "Who the hell is this chick?"
Right.
You don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know us. Just because we're 110 pounds don't mean we can't represent. I know we're small. We're smallish nerds. But hey, we're not afraid.
Man.
We're the size of a bullet. I know.
A small caliber, size of a 22. So,
that's right.
Man. So that's the episode, fellas. That's it right there. So appreciate you watching us and giving us a thumbs up, sharing, subscribing to the channel. All means something. There is going to be a Gladiators Unite convention going on in Washington, D.C. this summer, and we'll get more details for you as the date gets closer. I know there's going to be a combination of Gladiators and also of Empire.
Awesome.
So that's something to look forward to. We had a great turnout when we had it. It wasn't our event. It was Josie Carter Ziegler. It was her event, and she invited us, and we went, and we had a great time. A lot of people came out, and it was quite. I don't know. It just kind of blew me away that we had people who said they enjoy our show. A lady who came up from Puerto Rico. Somebody lives in Virginia, and we were in Los Angeles. They traveled all this way for this convention, and they were so nice to us and told us how much they enjoy Men on Scandal, that it was really appreciated. But to know that all these people from Canada there that watch us, so I mean, it's just we're getting around, fellas.
And we're part of the family. That's what I like about it. We're treated as part of the family, and so
And we had a chance to be on some panels. We had our own panel, and then we took some great pictures. Joe Morton was there, Eli Pope, and the great people from AfterBuzz TV that do their scandal recap. Bam Erickson, Sophia Stanley, who by the way is fine, and what was the other lady's name? Cornelia, I think her name is Cornelia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Emil Ennis Jr. wasn't there, but it was great to see them, meet them, and then there used to be a guy who did the Scandal cartoon. Remember him, Kevin?
Yep.
He was there, and there was another lady there who does her Scandal recap too. So it was great. It's great, and it's a great way to connect on a national, maybe a worldwide level. I don't know how many people will be coming from Europe this time around. It's going to be Washington, D.C. It's going to be great. Like I said, we'll get you details on that. Right. We do have another show we do called Men on Everything, where the three of us talk about stuff in the news. And we'll be back on track for that again next week. And then if I have also a tech show called iTony Tech, where I give you basic tech news that is not something that'll make your head explode. It's tech news for non-geeks.
Tony, I might have to. Allison has mentioned. Allison might be interested. Me and Allison might do Empire review.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I don't know. I was like, really?
I would love to help out with that.
We had a conversation. I know we're kind of split on it, but if my wife hops on something, I will hop on it. I will ride her until we have fame.
Well, that's great. That's great. But yeah, if I can help in any way, let me know, man. I'm here for you.
Drip,
I know you're gonna. Right? What you talking about, Tony? It's gonna be on you. You're gonna be doing it. If I can help in any way.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. So, we all do our own kind of things on the side. Troy is really the one who's amazing because Troy has 2 radio shows. He does the internet show, 2 internet shows with us, and he's also on television on the is it the NBC affiliate?
NBC4 here
in Washington D.C. that he's on there once or twice a week. So he does some satellite radio too.
And also the broadcast industry as a representative of one of the finest organizations there. And what region is that, Troy? 12?
Region 2, NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists.
Oh, is that what it? Okay, all right.
Yeah. So got a conference also coming up here in D.C. in April.
Yeah.
That I'll mention.
Yeah. Plug it, man. Next time.
So we're not just 3 guys. We're 3 guys who are fathers and we're passionate about what we do. Mark is in the largest radio market on the planet, New York City, on from 7 to midnight on Radio 103.9. And he's on there playing what they call adult urban contemporary music.
That's right.
Yes, they do. That's what they call it.
Yes.
Is that what you call it, Mark?
Yes, that's what we call it.
Yes. And Mark actually, he has a chance. He interviews a lot of singers and performers and stuff, and it gets posted on YouTube too. So you can search out on YouTube, search out Mark Clark Show. Is that where it's at, or is it on radio? Yeah, Mark Clark Show.
Yeah, you can go to radio1039ny.com.
Yeah, and follow him also on Bamboozer. He's on Bamboo. You're everywhere, actually.
Everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, you go.
I like how Tony opened this whole segment of this part of the show. Like, we ain't no slobs.
Man. We ain't. We're hardworking men.
We make it happen.
We ain't making any money, but we're hardworking men. I mean, during the week, I sit at home in this office creating things for you.
Tony, in your estate, in your palatial estate.
My palatial estate, it's down to 1 room now. But I'm trying. I'm fighting the good fight.
Yes.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. So thanks for
you're
watching.
Winning.
And you're getting it. Tribute to my friend Ellis Walker. May you rest in peace. So That's our show, Men on Scandal. Again, thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, thumbs up, all that. Appreciate it so much. In New York City, that's Mark Clark. In the nation's capital, that's Troy Johnson. I am Tony Scott in St. Louis, and we will see you again soon.